Hello, lovely lovelies, and welcome to Cradle Your Body, Unleash Your Fire, the somatic journey for listening, rest, and revolution. I'm Ellie Paskell, the producer and host of the retreat. I am a somatic soul coach, a mindfulness teacher, an actress, a feeler with a throat, and a somatic revolutionary. I am here to support courageous, magical, visionary beings like you to evolutionize their lives and our world by following the guidance in their bodies. I'm so happy and full of all the good tingles that you're here, that we're all here, that this retreat is beginning. This has been brewing in me for many years. And I created it because the truth is, we already know how to create the world that we want to live in. Our bodies are guiding us with the language of sensation. One sensation speaks 10,000 words. And in this session, you're going to be supported to hear your body guidance and to channel it into the world. There is going to be a whole lot of awesomeness going down in the next hour. You're going to have experience a guided journey with your body into a magical realm. There'll be sharing. But first things first, it's time now for us to officially open the space for you to welcome your body and to celebrate the beginning of this journey that you are taking. So there's going to be an invitation now for you not only to connect in, but also to move if you would like. Even if you are in bed, you can boogie there gently as you need, or you might want to be clearing space and really getting wild. We'll begin a little bit more still, then I'll bring in some music and invitation to move and arrive. So to begin, perhaps you will stay sitting or lying. You may want to allow your eyes to close or let them rest with a soft gaze. And allow your awareness to sink into your body. Notice that she is breathing. I'm going to use the word she and her in this session. But if your body is a they or a he, please know that I include you too. Notice that you are breathing and that you are held by the earth, the ground, the furniture, and let yourself be held. Beginning with ease as we mean to go on. And allow your roots to drop down, down, down into the earth. Meeting your mother, being held. Knowing that if at any point you need to step back from being with your body sensations, you can simply allow your awareness to come to the sounds that you hear. Go gently. And as you're breathing now, tune into what is alive inside of you. Energy, color, sensation, numbness. And as you hear the music now, you might find that you want to move. Follow your body, honey. into your feet if it feels good. And welcome your body, welcome yourself, welcome your being. Honor your showing up into this space. After this point, your life is never going to be the same. Celebrate that. Calling in your loving guides who are here to support you on this path, and tuning into your environment. I'm going to light some sage. Maybe you want to light incense. Maybe you want to up the numbers of cushions here, blankets, candles. Make sure your sign on the door saying do not disturb is very clear. As you tend to your space, staying present with your body, noticing how she wants to move now. However you're moving, let it be imbued with celebration. Here you welcome every element of your being like never before. And celebrate that. This journey you're about to take, oh, it's going to be really fun. The magic that arises as you tune into your body is profound and enormous. Welcome play, welcome silliness, welcome sadness, fear, grit, fatigue, all of it gets to be here. You can only get this bright. Staying present with the body, noticing your breath, gentle, 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 however enormous or small your movement is. And perhaps now allowing the movement to slow. And whether you're on your feet or sitting or lying, really notice where you are rooted to the earth and seeing those roots again going down. Bringing a hand or two to your body. Perhaps in the heart and the belly, noticing your aliveness, the heart beating, the belly moving. Thank yourself for showing up here. Cradle your body, unleash your fire. Extraordinary somatic journey officially begun. So if you're on your feet, I invite you to, I was going to say take a seat or lie down, but to be honest, within this space and this session, and within the whole of your experience of this retreat over the coming days, always follow your body, honey. So if you want to move, if you want to be up on your feet or you want to lie down, whatever it is, always go with that. Yeah. Yeah! So staying present with your felt sense now. How is your breath doing? And what's alive in you? Energetically, emotionally. Wonderful. So, why am I here welcoming you doing this? A very good question. Thank you for asking it. I was raised a revolutionary in the political sense, but I certainly did not see coming what happened. The first 2 decades of my life were largely about achieving and doing and, external success. And when I was 21, I was working as an actress. My career was really taking off and I was flying, and there was so much joy and so much aliveness. And I could also see in my experience there was a fear, something that had been with me for almost as long as I could remember. And I'd thought that when I achieved that external success, the fear and the sense of disconnection within me would go away. And of course, it didn't. Even though I was happy, I could still see this chasm that was there. And when I looked at the wonderful, very successful older actors around me, I could see the fear in the back of their eyes as well. And something in me just rose up and she was like, you said if we did what they said, this would go away and we would be happy, even more happy than we were right at the beginning, when we were incredibly happy, by the way. And now it's not worked, and they lied and you followed them, and now I am taking control again. And I was getting this feeling in my body, this fatigue, this heaviness, and I did everything I could to try and ignore it or make it go away, and it wasn't. And after years of this, and still trying to arrange my life with making things externally look right, I surrendered to my inner knowing that said, this block is here now because it's time for you to awaken to your true path. You wanted all of this external glitter, but you wanted it because you wanted exploding joy, and the external glitter will not lead to that joy and that safety and that rootedness. You need to take this road. And the block was highlighting the fact that I wasn't on that road yet. So after 5 years, I surrendered. I surrendered my agent, my relationship, my life in London, my career, and I allowed my inner child and my inner wise woman and my inner knowing to guide me. And the magic that very quickly began to arrive in my life made me know that I'd made the right decision. And of course it was challenging also. I went through certain labels, certain phases, all of which were useful and perfect. Understanding what was happening in my body in terms of PTSD, and being in a healing space for a whole year, just letting my body shake that out, which began a Kundalini awakening in my body, which I know had been trying to begin since I was very, very little. And so everything was changing, and it was magical, and it was wonderful. And at times, it wasn't easy, but something in me knew that a big shift was coming in the world, that I needed to get grounded and rooted. And I wanted what I'd had as that tiny one. I wanted that connection to simple joy of being, just because I was alive. Sense of purpose and that inner coil of vitality and knowing what I was here to do, just moving through me effortlessly. And I wanted my inner guidance back. That one who had known what to do to feel good before I started to look to external eyes and nodding heads to know if I was good enough. And that's what I found, and that's what I've been led back to. And when I started to plan this retreat a year ago, but really about 3 years ago, I had no idea that the great unraveling of our world would already have started when it went out. But of course, everything happens in perfect timing. And it became very clear 6 or 7 years ago that I was to continue my path with my body, continue staying in touch with her and letting her tell me how and where and what to do by sharing this with others. So now I am a somatic soul coach, and yeah, I support beings just like you to get out of the boxes, to realign with their inner coil and joy and vitality and the magic of life and the knowing of what they are here to do, and to bring it into being by following the guidance in the body. Yeah. So the next several tens of minutes are going to involve me talking you into a story journey. So I invite you to get comfortable now and stay present with your body as I speak these next words. Yeah. So this is a point at which your reverence for your body and yourself is going to multiply tenfold. And I wonder at this point what your relationship with your body is. It's possible that you've experienced it as a vessel that carries you around, or it might be that you already are much more connected. The guidance that comes through your body in the form of your felt sense is your sacred compass. Take a breath with that. And now a few moments to reconnect with that sacred compass nice and clearly. So allowing your awareness again to fall into your body. And noticing what is alive for you at the level of your feet and your legs. At the level of your hips, pelvic space, genitals, womb if you identify as a woman, or hara space if not. And your precious back, gently, gently, and your solar plexus, where the ribs meet, heart space, shoulders, arms, hands. You might want to be making contact with these parts of your body as I speak this. Your neck and your throat, your head and your face. Just noticing what is alive here in the language of sensation. And it might be clear and it might be not clear. All is welcome. You're exactly where you need to be. So this sacred compass, it was gifted to you at the start of your life. And it is an incredibly needed and practical tool. One sensation speaks 10,000 words. But the system that we live in may well have disconnected you from your inner compass. This has happened to humans over many hundreds and thousands of years. There's been traumas such as the wars that our family members before us have gone through, which have created trauma in the body, but that so that they could keep calm and carry on, they had to just store in their bodies, and the trauma has been passed on to later generations. There's been the burning times when the witches were accused and killed and when body wisdom was considered dangerous to engage with. So these knowings, these experiences have stayed in us, in our stories, in our histories, in our lineages, in our minds, and in our cells. Take a breath with that, honey. Go gently. So it's likely in this lifetime that you were guided by those older than you who were very well-meaning to not trust your emotions, perhaps to suppress them, or not to trust your embodied guidance system, but instead to take those cues from outside sources, the bathroom scales, the exam results, the news, the opinions of others. And for many of us, the world said that these measurements are the way to know how well you're doing. They're the way to chart your life, and they're the way to move towards joy. And in telling you this, the world was not speaking the truth. Oh, take a breath with that. And now it gives me great joy and energy flow to say that you get to let go of any external guidance points that no longer serve you today in this session. And you get to come home to the guidance in your body. Now, some of these external guidance points will still serve you, and you can pick them up at the end of the session or the end of the week, and some you won't pick up at the end of the week. But for now, come home to your body and follow what feels good. That is what you came here for. So take 3 breaths now. Noticing what is alive in your body. Going gently, returning to the sounds outside of you anytime you need a little space. And hear me when I say that you following what feels good is what the rest of the world most needs from you. This is how we will remake our world. Now, I'm not encouraging you to put the needs of others before your own. I encourage you to follow your own joy compass. And this is the thing about the guidance in the body. When you follow what feels good for yourself, you cannot help but align with everyone else and everything else in the natural world. It's supposed to be that synchronized. It's supposed to be that easy. And following what feels good is how we will make our world to be a place that feels good to be in. Take a breath with that. Oh, and as you do, know that you are not alone. You are joined by me. You are joined by the thousands of others who are part of this retreat. And you are joined by beings all over the universe who are looking down or up, who knows, on Earth right now and rooting for us. They're rooting for us to realign with our bodies, realign with our love compasses, and to manifest the love-led world we came to, the one that our grandchildren are going to thank us for, and our great-great-great-great-great-grandchildren. But really, as they watch us, it's more like them rewatching a movie, their favorite movie. They know what's going to happen. They know that we're going to make it. They know that we're going to realign with love, because love is the essence of everything that we exist in and everything that made us. And truly, our souls don't know anything else. Truly, we can only create with love. So you get to relax. It's all okay. And as you tune into this support that is coming, that is here with you, for you, honoring you, tune into your own guides again now. Take a breath with that. Perhaps you know that you have spirit guides, animal guides, or ancestors, healthy ancestors here with you. And just for a moment, allow your body to languish and luxuriate in that support. Letting go. And now we're going to flow into a guided story journey. So checking in one more time with your precious body. Anything that you want to do to be as comfortable as you can be for the next 10 to 20 minutes. And take 3 breaths into your body. And as you do, see yourself here now, in this moment, in your space, so safe. Open to the awareness of the soft animal of your body, the skin, the eyes, your nerves, your brains, your emotions, your golden sensitivity. Breathe hello. And tell your being now that though there may have been disconnection in the past, now you're ready to listen and be guided. It's time to reconnect. Oh, and as you make this affirmation, as you pledge this to yourself, you find yourself on a beautiful old London street. Now, you choose how this is. Perhaps it's super quiet, peaceful, magical. Perhaps it's bustling, whatever feels best to you. You feel deeply safe and held here, and you notice that you're in front of a cafe and that there's a beautiful wooden sign swinging there, and that there's a beautiful old lamppost by it. Perhaps it's glowing. And next, you feel your feet taking you inside the cafe, which is the exact environment you want to be in now. Perhaps there's cozy nooks. Perhaps there's trees. Who knows? But there's a counter which your body intuitively walks you towards. And you notice all the treats on offer, crystals and cookies and whatever tingles your taste buds. And you order the drink at the top of the menu, which you somehow just know to do, and it's yummy. And as you taste it, it leads you to the door at the back of the space where you put the drink down, push the door, and step through. And as you do, you travel over and away, far and down to a wonderful, safe place where you land soft and silent. This place is hidden deep within the earth and tended by creatures of love. Notice how the earth you've landed on feels. Is it warm? Is it soft or firm? And as you stand and look about, you realize that you are at a crossroads, which is incredibly low light, so magical feeling that it takes your breath, and it is filled with the stillest of air. You can see a road going off to your left and a road to your right. And you know that these roads are going opposite ways on your timeline. And you know that the spot you stand on at this moment represents the place you're at now with your precious body. Breathe now and feel into your being. And notice how connected or disconnected from her you feel from your body. Knowing that wherever you're at is perfect. Welcome it, welcome you. And perhaps you even notice particular places in your body where there's a sense of numbness or disconnection, or perhaps your awareness of the disconnect is more subtle or ineffable. However it is for you, take a breath and allow your mind to travel back to the beginning of this disconnection. And as you do, you step onto the road on your left, and it takes you back to that point when the disconnection began. Here you are, you step off the road. Notice, honey, what is this environment? Where were you when the disconnection began? Was it this lifetime? What age are you? Or is it a past lifetime? Going really, really gently here now. Feeling and sensing into this experience the time when that disconnection first happened with your body. Let this be so easeful. Maybe your knowings are subtle or clear. And breathe with this. Gently, gently now. Only observing and being present with this as much as feels okay. Breathing with your awareness. And when you've learned enough, notice if your body wants to shake or to move at all. Perhaps you bring in a gentle wiggling of the fingers or the hips. If there's any energy rising in you or moving particularly strongly, shaking is very loving. And now, as you're ready, step back onto the road you came here on and let it take you back to the crossroads. And here you are, the you of 2020 on this day, breathing with such kindness. And you step off the road and into the still, safe space of the crossroads. And now I invite you to bring a hand to your heart and to your belly, if it's right for you. And to reaffirm that you are here in this lifetime to reconnect with your vessel, your compass. And that you're listening. And as you do, allow your body to tell you what constraints you are letting go of in order to make the reconnection. So by this I mean, have you been complying with external guidance which is no longer serving you, that are keeping you off the path of expressing your embodied truth? Have you been people pleasing and not been in integrity, or being who you think others want you to be? Perhaps stopping impulses in order to not feel sexual or angry or something else. Could be something else entirely. Just breathing gently with that peace. What constraints are you ready to let go of? Maybe the answers are coming with thoughts or visions or with sensation. Now, whatever happens in your life and your mind happens in your body, so allow your awareness to come there and to see how these constraints have affected you physically, gently, gently. Where are these constraints in you? Perhaps you're noticing particular areas in the body where there's block or holding or tentativeness. Perhaps you feel it in a knowing that a particular emotion doesn't want to come through, and notice the energetic imprint of all of this. So do you notice a sense of actual cuffs on your body? Maybe the wrists or the ankles. Maybe there's chains around the womb space, something happening around the throat, a clutch in the heart. I invite you to breathe with this really gently, just noticing, and know and affirm again that this is the time that you get to be free. This is the time that you get to reconnect. So if it feels good to you, I invite you to move and to stand and to see those cuffs shaken away or shirked off, and I invite you to move as feels right in order to allow that to happen. Maybe you can see strings which connect you to the opinions of others or certain societal boxes, and I invite you to let them be cut. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, perhaps for you it's fiery like me, or perhaps it's more gentle. Ooh, perhaps you see the energy or the wind of the universe coming in to support you to unblock your being, remove those constraints. Maybe you can see yourself in the boxes that no longer serve you, and you can just let them dissolve away, knowing that this gets to be easeful. And as you breathe with this version of yourself now, notice if there's any shaking that's happening or that you want to evoke gently. Feel your feet planted, your body grounded. See your wings spreading. And as you feel into your body, check in whether there was any particular emotion that was arising and being asked to be given more space now that you have this freedom. Or if there was perhaps a particular part of your body that you realized you want to give attention to or let guide you more. And as you're present with your being now, allow your awareness to be drawn to the most potent sensation that you can feel, gently, gently. A sensation that's really present now. This freedom has happened, has been begun, has been stepped into. Allow it to take up 10% more space in your being. What sensation is present in you now, honey, that reminds you you get to be free, you get to be connected? Now, whatever sensation that is, I invite you to let it move your body with one gesture. One gesture which supports you to be reminded and to feel into the experience of that sensation. Let the gesture remind you of this freedom. Let the gesture remind you of this pact that you've made with your body and yourself. And now do the gesture twice more, honey. And really feel into it as you do it. Now let yourself be at ease. Knowing that you can do this gesture anytime you need to reconnect with this commitment you've made, to reconnect with this experience of emancipation and connection. And now, in case you want to do this in public, you might want to practice doing it in your mind. Yeah. And now you suddenly realize that there's an exquisite feeling sack on your back. This is the precious sack that you get to put all of the tools that you collect over the coming days into. So put your somatic gesture into your sack. You can call on it whenever you need. Yeah. And if you are standing, I invite you to gently come back to your sitting or lying position. Breathing, staying present with your body. And if your eyes have come open, allow them to blink closed. Or rest with a soft gaze. Now it's almost time to leave the crossroads. But before you do, as you are present in this quiet space deep beneath the earth, you swivel slightly to the right and you notice the other road. And you know that that is the road that you will tread on the journey that you're going to take with your body over the coming days. So just notice how beautiful it is. Is it rainbow? What is the most beautiful road look like to you, honey? Know that this journey is going to reveal capabilities that you never knew you had. That it's going to be transformative and delicious. And know that each time you choose which session to do next, you are back at this crossroads with your body. And now it's time to leave. So as you exhale, another road opens in front of you, and your feet lead you onto it, at which point you find yourself back in the cafe, and walking out onto the London street, and travelling up and round and through and over to land back here now in your own space, in your home or wherever you are. Breathing love into your being. Congratulations on taking the first step on your somatic journey. Somatic means of the body. And breathe, honey. So you may want to stay with eyes closed as I go into a more logical space, more languaged and logical. You may want to allow them to blink open. You've just taken a very significant step with your body. Breathe with that. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that you're doing this. This connection to your body is the compass and the cradle that will support you as you traverse the coming extraordinary years on Earth. As the external structures around us continue to lose their potency and ebb away, your inner compass wants so very much to support you, and the whole universe wants you to let it. And I know, and you know, that we've been so dependent on those outside guide points and structures to tell us what to do and how to feel worthy. So as those structures begin to go, it's not always going to be smooth. It's going to be exciting. There is so much space for magic, and fear will arise. But you are here now doing this because you came here to live your birthright. Because you came here to live connected to Gaia, because you came here to fly with love and be on this beautiful, needed leading edge who are remaking our world. Because you came here to rewind your power with that of the whole universe that is of you. And to live with trust, peace, magic, and fire. And as you stay committed to and connected with your body compass, you'll keep your center, even when the world is wild, and even when the people around you might not understand this loving perspective or be speaking words of fear. Yes, you can still find safety when you come back to your body. Yes, you can still fiercely find clarity and know what to do. Yes, you can step into the visionary boots that you came here to fill and dance in. Yes, you can follow what feels good. Yes, you can trust that. Yes, you can find yourself having knowings of new action to take that maybe nobody's taken before, or new inventions or new ways of doing things. We are here to birth this. You are here to birth this. Thank you for doing it. Your body is going to be your compass in order to enable you. And you're going to be a lighthouse for others in doing that. And I know this world is possible. I know this way of living is spine-tinglingly awesome. And I want you to be able to stay connected and lovingly committed to your body, even after this retreat has ended, long after this retreat has ended. So it just so happens that I am delighted to share with you 2 free gifts that you can have in order to support you to do so. So the first is a live webinar that I'm doing a week and a half after the end of the retreat, so the 2nd of December. And the title is Maintain Your Somatic Magic. Keep contact with your body compass even when life is in session. This has been the nub of all of it for me. When I lose myself, when I forget the love and the self-love and the clarity of the focus of why I'm here, how do I come back to it? And it's always about coming back to the body, reconnecting in. Within you is a silver shoot down to the core of the earth, which cascades upwards knowings and the wisdom that created you. So it's coming back to that over and over. And in the webinar, you will return to this sacred space and this sacred commitment that you've made. And you will also be given by me tools to support you in reconnecting, recommitting, re-knowing your knowing, even when the kitchen is upside down, even when the kids are yelling, even when the news is on and, there's poop coming out of it. So this webinar is going to be so beautiful and so powerful for you. So yes, Wednesday the 2nd of December, 4:30 p.m. London, 10:30 a.m. New York, 7:30 a.m. LA. And the link for that, the Zoom link to join, is beneath this video. So you can please, put that in your diary and save the link. And the second free gift. So as a somatic soul coach, I do one-to-one sessions with courageous visionary beings, and I'm opening 5 slots for free Your Being Unbound sessions. So Your Being Unbound session is a 35-minute call with me on Zoom, in which you will bask in my one-to-one support to open unfettered to your embodied truth and to share your knowing of what's possible for your life and your knowing of how your body is guiding you to make that happen, to breathe that into being. And I will support you to do that. So take a breath with that, my love. All of these golden sparkles coming your way to nourish you. So the link to apply for one of the 5 slots is also beneath this video. I just can't wait to meet you. So that was a lot of words and we're nearly closing now. So take a breath. Take a breath, my darling. Noticing again that you are in a body and that this body is breathing and that this body is you and you are her. So stay present with your body as I speak and close, my love. As you will know, there is so much deliciousness now available for you in the sessions that are coming up after this one. The plan, the intention, my invitation to you is to flow from this session straight into the first episode of Tabby's Way. Tabby's Way is a story that I have been birthing ever since the beginning of my journey with my body, and a year ago when I began to create this event, I got the download that it was to involve story in a big way because we are opening to vision, we are opening to imagination, and everything you can imagine is truly real. And everything that you experience in your imagination, you experience in your body. And when you listen to a story, you are stepping into the liminal realm where your soul and your being know that anything is possible. So for this time, these times, this era of creation, story is incredibly potent. And it's also fun and it's also delicious. And this story also means that as you journey with your own body, you get to journey with another being. You journey with Tabby. And as you both tread your somatic ways, as you meet in that liminal space, you will be making pieces of our new world. Trust that. Trust the joy. Trust your body. In the coming days, allow yourself to choose the sessions according to what feels good. Enjoy the music, enjoy the poetry, enjoy the somatic practice. I love you. I can't wait to meet with you again. Go gently, my darlings, with fire.